Hey, what's up, everybody? It's episode 9 of the Let's All Lift show. It's kind of crazy to think that I've been doing this for 9 episodes, but here we are. All right, so today I'm going to talk a little bit about sleep. Yesterday I posted a short that was me green screening a clip of Matt Walker doing his TED Talk, and Matt Walker is a pretty well-renowned sleep scientist, and he opens his TED Talk with a fact about men and the amount of time that they sleep relative to the size of their testicles, which is pretty funny if you go watch the clip, but I could not for the life of me find the study. I spent like a half hour searching for the study and I just couldn't find it, but he's pretty well renowned, so I assume that there's some actual data out there somewhere to support his claim. But regardless, I'll link it so you can go check it out. But regardless of that, I still know for a fact that sleep is extremely important, and not just for physical health, but mental health as well, quality of life, longevity, all that. So here's 3 big sleep tips that I use almost every night to sleep better, sleep longer, sleep deeper, and ultimately feel better the next day. So the first thing before I say anything else about my sleep tips is that I measure my sleep with my Whoop every single night. I've been doing that since 2019, and as of right now it's 2023, so almost 4 years I've been measuring my sleep every night. So that's a lot of data, and I know a lot of people who have previously had like Fitbits or Apple Watches that track their sleep, and they track it for maybe a month or 2, and then they just kind of get tired of it because they don't make any changes to their sleep or to their habits based on that data. And I'm a big believer in the fact that you can't improve what you don't measure. And so if your goal is to improve your sleep, you have to measure it somehow. Otherwise, I don't know how you would improve it. I don't know what metric you'd use to say that you're improving or not improving your sleep. Okay, so the first thing that I do every night is I put an emphasis on eating carbohydrates for dinner. The reason that I do this is because carbs spike insulin, and insulin is inversely correlated with cortisol. So if you spike insulin, insulin blunts cortisol. So if you have more carbohydrates for dinner or in the evening, that's going to spike your insulin, obviously, which is going to blunt cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone. So if you've ever laid in bed at night with your mind racing, your cortisol is probably a little bit too high. Cortisol is also inversely correlated with melatonin. As a lot of people know, melatonin is the sleep hormone. And so if you spike insulin by eating carbohydrates, you drop cortisol, which increases melatonin, which helps you sleep better, sleep faster, and overall get a better night's rest. So I'm a huge fan of backloading carbohydrates into the evening. And if you have it in your calorie plan, like if you have calorie space for it, I'm kind of a big fan of eating dessert actually, as long as it fits into your diet, because of how the carbohydrate in most of those desserts can spike insulin and drop cortisol, thus giving you a better night's sleep. So that's the first thing, carbs in the evening. Number 2 is being aware of blue light. So I have these blue light blocking glasses that they look weird, but they've got this orange tint to them, and it blocks 100% of the blue light. So blue light is a wavelength of light that stimulates your eyes in such a way that it's signaling to your eyes that it's still daytime, because the sun, part of the sun's full spectrum of light is that blue light wavelength. And so when your eyes see that blue light wavelength, your eyes tell your brain that it's still daytime. And so your brain, it keeps cortisol high, thus keeping melatonin lower, because it thinks you need more energy. And that's obviously not what you want at night. You want to relax, calm down, tell your brain that it's nighttime and it's okay to relax and to go to sleep. And the biggest blue light culprits in your house and in your life is probably going to be your phone and your TV. So if you're somebody who scrolls on their phone right before they fall asleep, you're almost certainly suppressing your melatonin right before you go to bed. And so if you feel like you're maybe not sleeping as deep as you would like, that's probably one thing to consider. They make screen protectors that you can just put right on your phone that block the blue light wavelength, but I think a better solution is to get some blue light glasses that fully block the blue light wavelength from your phone. The other thing you can just do is set your phone down a half hour before you go to bed. Maybe read a book, like an actual book, or spend time talking to somebody or something. And then as far as the TV goes, I've yet to find a screen that I can put over a TV to filter out the blue light. Maybe I'll make one. But getting some blue light glasses to block the blue light coming off of the TV is also very important if you're somebody who likes watching TV in bed. Whoop makes a decent pair of blue light glasses. Ra Optics is actually my favorite. It's the one that I have. They make great blue light blockers, and you can probably just find some on Amazon for 20 or 30 bucks. That'll do the job pretty well as well. Okay, so number 1, carbs in the evening. Number 2, limit or eliminate blue light. And the third big thing that's really gonna help improve your sleep is exercising during the day. So one of the reasons that I named this channel Let's All Lift and I named my company All Lift is because I think we should all lift. And research has shown time and again that strength training is going to help you sleep better at night. One of the reasons is just that you're expending more energy. But the other reason is that sleep is very critical to building muscle because of all the different hormones like HGH and testosterone and a few other important hormones that are affected by sleep. So if you work out during the day, you're probably going to sleep better at night. That's number one. And number two is getting your steps in. So there's other important research out there that's saying that if you get 10,000 steps in or more, your sleep is going to be much better. A lot of us probably remember when we were kids and we would go out and play all day and then we would fall asleep at like 8:30 on the dot because we were just gassed. And as we get older, we don't spend quite as much energy doing that kind of stuff. And so then our sleep gets kind of messed up just because we're not spending as much time outside doing activities and burning energy. So if you are somebody who struggles to fall asleep at night, try just moving more during the day, and that might help a lot. All right, so those are my 3 big sleep tips that you can implement tonight and get a much better night's rest. Carbs in the evening, limit or eliminate blue light, and get a workout in during the day or get your steps in during the day. If you do those 3 things, I promise you'll have a better night's sleep. So this has been the Let's All Lift show. I'm Brock Annexted here in the gym, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.